It is time to talk about Marvel's Werewolf by Night, a made-for-Disney Plus special that's longer than a typical episode of a Disney Plus series, but not as long as a film. And it takes us into a brand new, dark corner of the Marvel Universe. So, let's get to it. Werewolf by Night is one of those projects that honestly I never thought we would get. And then when they announced it was Michael Giacchino directing it, a composer, I was questioning even more, what in the world are they thinking and what exactly are they gonna do here? And I don't think I was the only one here. It's an insane concept with a crazy choice for a director. Now, before we get into my thoughts on it and the general feelings I had on it, I just gotta mention, the audio commentary will be out for members. We're gonna go step by step, talk about everything, twists and turns and all that. And if you join now, you of course get the latest episode of She-Hulk, plus another 160 plus audio commentaries going all the way back to the beginning of the MCU. But okay, now let's get back to where the MCU is now, or technically where it was before. Yeah, you'll figure it out when you watch this. Either way though, this is a throwback to a different time, and not just for the MCU, but a different time for filmmaking. And what you're gonna notice is that Giacchino quite obviously loves the old Universal monsters. And Marvel Studios said, hey, if Universal can't do it right, we can do it right. And that's exactly what they do here. They deliver a intense 1 hour special that has you at the edge of your seat. That's the most violent Marvel Studios content that they've made to date. And it's not exactly horror or scary, but it is tense. And it tells a different style of story that I don't think many people expected that the MCU would focus on. There's also a couple things in here that hardcore Marvel fans are absolutely going to love. And the story setup and the premise all comes together so well that honestly, I was shocked that they were able to pull off what they pull off here in 1 hour, and how it ties to the MCU and where the MCU is going, because there's quite a few things here that us hardcore Marvel fans of the more occult and darker side of the universe are absolutely going to fall in love with, and we're going to talk about it like it's pretty much like the greatest thing ever. Again, I'm going to have to talk about this when I do the spoiler video, but there's just so much here to unpack in terms of the characters, in terms of the cinematography, in terms of the sound that they use, in terms of what it offers to the MCU and what they're building up towards, and all these new characters, why they're here, the particular use of specific, let's just say, elements of the MCU. And the way it all comes together in the end definitely leaves you wanting more. And in my opinion, it was the perfect choice to go with a Disney Plus special for this. Had this been a series, I think it would have overstayed its welcome. Had it been a theatrical film, I think people would have been turned off by the notion that it's black and white and it looks cheap. But cheap is intentional. Make no mistake, it's not a cheap production, but they aim to make it look like it's a period piece and it works in its favor. There is so much here that I love. I could be just spending another 10 minutes here talking about all the elements of it, but then I'm going to get into spoilers. Honestly, it might be one of my favorite things Marvel Studios has ever done from a creative standpoint, because it's just so unique and nothing else like this is out there. If Universal would take away anything from this, it's that the monster universe should be made like this. It should be a throwback, and it should organically build out the universe and the characters within it.